The Great Mughal. This is a topic of grade 8 history. Uh, Aurangzeb is one part of this lesson, and we are going to explain about this today. Hello, friends. I hope you all are doing well and hope you will like this video. It will be helpful for you for learning about this topic easily. So, children, if you like the video, please don't forget to subscribe it. And here I am to start the next topic. So this lesson is about the Aurangzeb and how did he work and what was his reigns, what was the kind of his work, what he did for agriculture and all. These all things we are going to learn in this lesson. So first of all, let us introduce about him. He lived from 1658 to 1707. He was the last great emperor Mughal. Here, great means it doesn't mean that according to his indeed. He was one of the powerful among all the Mughal kings. So Aurangzeb means Alamgir is the Urdu word. Its meaning is conqueror of the world. He used to say himself that he is the conqueror of the world. And it was his aim also. He wanted to expand his territory as much as possible. And that is why his territory is divided into two parts. First, he ruled 1658 to 1680. He ruled into the North India. Afterward, he wanted to expand his kingdom, so he moved towards the South India, and he tried to capture, but he was not so successful. And 1681 to 1707 is the period when he was trying to expand his kingdom there. So when he was expanding his kingdom, so many people was revolting against him and they don't wanted to allow him. Other thing is there that he was not tolerant. So many people of group of the society became its rebellion. Among them, Jats was the Jats, Satnamis, and Bundelas. These all are the particular groups, those who were against him, and they were rebellions which spread rapidly among all the peasants in the area, peasant of the areas. And these rebels compelled Aurangzeb to take the serious action on the person. So he was very much seriously taking action on the people. Most of the people were executed. So in this way, the Jats rebellions was suppressed. And next is the Satnamis. They were the actual Hindu rebellions because the Aurangzeb was converting the people by force into their Islam, and so these people was become rebellions and they were against that. Satnamis lived in the region around the Delhi, and they were also one of the people those who wanted to stop his things, but they was crushed by the Mughals to death because they were the main thing of the Aurangzeb was there that he was having a strong army, and everyone he was able to control with the help of their army. As you can see here, one of the picture in the revolt is going on. So the most powerful revolt was in the um, among the Rajputs and Marathas. So as we said that he wanted to move towards the south also, and that expansion is known as a Deccan policy. He made a policy that he wanted to expand his economy and religious purpose also. He wanted to expand his religion towards the south of India also. So this was the one purpose he tried, and it is believed that the extinction of the state of Bijapur and Golconda was also the his first reason and destruction of the power of the Marathas. The first time the Golconda and Bijapur, the Marathas were there, and because of this Deccan policy, they lose their power there, and the Mughal power was established there. So in this way, Deccan, you can see in this picture, in this, the Deccan was declined. Now, afterward, the Deccan was failed in few years. He was able to occupy in some areas, as you can see here in this yellow color arrow. You can see in this, we can see that how the southern part he occupied. But later, because of more revolt and continuous war, he became weak and he lost his big army because of continuous. Maratha was also one of the strong army, and they was continuously attacking on the Aurangzeb's army. Because of that, the army of the Aurangzeb became weak, and now he was not able to do control on that. Other thing is there that because of this all war, his whatever the power was there in the North India, that also he was got lost. Because of that, he was failure. So in this way, in the South India, he was failure. Now, what kind of king he was? First of all, he was very orthodox, very strict. Orthodox means the person who don't tolerate or don't compromise in his religious matter. So those are known as the orthodox person. God-fearing Muslim. He was one of the finest and perfect uh, namazi. What we say in the Muslim that they are perfectly. He used to do prayer in time and everything. Even he used to write the Quran in with his own hand to earn some money. He used to live some simple life. Some of the good qualities also he used to have. So as a religious person, he was a perfect person. But only the thing is there that he was not tolerant. So he also reintroduced the jizya. Jizya is a kind of tax which was imposed on the people, those who other religious people. If they go to pilgrims and go as a pilgrims, they have to pay tax, and that tax was known as the jizya. And this was also reintroduced by him. So due to his these policies and intolerance, people was not at all liking him, even though he was having so many qualities. So in this way, it was a situation. Now, how was his court? Here, court means where the people assemble and they discuss the things and all. It was not like assembly hall nowadays we are having. So it was just like a king's palace when the people used to gather and discuss. So it was like Sultanate period. The emperor used to sit on the high throne. You can see if you go to visit Delhi and all, if you see the Mughal emperor's palaces, you can see there that there is a high area on the very height there. Chair used to be established. That was known as throne on which the kings used to sit. And the important people used to sit nearby him. So Kurnish and Taslim was introduced Sijda and Paibos. Sijda and Paibos is a religious practice like Bhajanam and all how we do today's. In that way, they used to do puja and all, and this kind of program was also established. Meeting was held in Diwane Khas. Diwane Khas is a kind of hall. So in 17th century, court was divided into two parts. One was liberal and orthodox. So two kind of liberals. In some matters, they were liberal. They used to tolerate. They used to. Orthodox means in some of the their decision was there in which there was no tolerance was accepted. So two kind of division was there. How was their administration? Their administration was very smartly arranged. There was two kind of division of the power. Under the king, there was Wazir, who was known as Prime Minister, and Diwan, that means Chief Minister. Diwan was under the Prime Minister, and Prime Minister Wazir was not under the king. So in this way, they divided their power, and not only this power, they divided the local administration also. So town, they was divided the small town and cities, and this was administered by the kotwals. So who are the law officers in any disputes happens in the villages and all. These all whatever the problems was there, they can go and solve there. And village head are known as mukaddams, okay, who dealt with all the local problems. So as how we have divided our administration today, village head is sarpanch, then we have the state head is the CM, and we have the country head prime minister. In that way, they divided the same way, but the names were different. So next is how was his army? His army was very strong, and most of the administration, he established a new kind of administration, just how I told you that they used to divide the rules. They divided their power to different people. So Mughal Empire, it was created and sustained by the military warfare, but so many new administrative practice was also done in their times. Okay, so in this way, their administration, their army, everything was very fine. Now, how was the agriculture there? So agriculture is one of the very important occupation in that time because so it was a source of revenue. So that as we know, that time there was no any industry or those things. So agriculture was the main thing. And one thing is very good in that time, that when the farmer was not able to pay the revenue due to any natural calamities, they was given exemption. So they need not to pay the tax during the time of the natural calamities. So farmers used to pay one third of their produce as a revenue. So they were also happy only in that time. So farmers, just in the British time, the farmer have to pay the revenue whether they get income or not. But in the Mughal time, it was not like that. When they are not able to pay, they were exempted. So at the time of the calamities, revenue was decreased. So they need not to pay more. So this was the total administration system at the time of the Aurangzeb. So at the end, we come to know that Aurangzeb administration and army, everything was strong, and only the thing was that he was intolerant. Okay, thank you. I think you like the video. If you like it, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Have a nice day.